I genuinely love what I do, but I'm really bummed at the message that I have to deliver. You're not enough. Or at least that's what society tries to tell you. I want to push back on it. I want to say that that's not true. But I had a story this week. I I work with a lot of people who genuinely love what they do, who show up day after day, who are here on days off, who are brainstorming things for their kids, their students, their kids too, like all the time at 2 o'clock in the morning, even sometimes. I work with educators who genuinely believe in their mission. And yet this week we had an event and one of my students had a speech and he was talking about some of the hard things that he's gone through and it got edited. I don't even know how to tell you the story without telling you the story. So I work with kids that have hard pasts. And this one student, he may not remember me, but I will remember him when I'm 100. I'll be telling his story when when I'm getting ready to get into a wheelchair, have a walker. So this young man, when he came and started to work with me, he had an ankle bracelet and he was not even allowed at the mall. And as I watched him grow, he stepped into this genuine leadership position. He not only believed in himself, but he started to believe in others. He started to believe in the kids that don't believe in themselves. He leads in ways that inspire me. He's a kid. I'm 47. He blows my mind. And I really couldn't wait for him to share his story. And yet, when he wrote it, it was too much. We don't want to hear the too much. We want to hear the watered down version. And then, when they go out into the world, they look at their TikTok videos and their posts online and everything, and it's the 37th picture that's been filtered by whatever software is out there. They're not enough. They're not enough genuinely then. Are we? I like being vulnerable. I tell them I'd probably be in jail if not probably, I'd be in jail if I hadn't got caught. And if you think that you haven't done something that you could have gotten in trouble for, then maybe you live in a different existence than I do. I am not enough if I have to measure myself up to perfection. I don't have to measure myself up to perfection. And with these kids, I don't know how they do it. Filters and expectations and constant swiping and the expectation of just on all the time. On all the time. They come to school, and from the minute they get to school until the minute they leave, they don't have breaks. They don't have downtime. They don't have time to have metacognition. Who are you? What's your idea of success? What did you like about this subject? What did you not like? What's your natural tendency? If you didn't like it and if it was hard for you, how did you overcome it? What are your physiological responses to stress? How do you deal with that? How do you know when you're stressed? What do you do when you're stressed? What works? What doesn't? Every single one of our students is a unique individual. A couple of examples. One, when I find that I'm stressed out with something, my boss comes in and says, I want you to lead a team. I don't have any physiological responses. I just say, what do you want me to do? If he says, can you go fix technology? I don't have any issue with that. It could be something that is pretty much blowing up, and I find it a puzzle. It's interesting. if he challenges me to go work with a couple of individuals who their vocabulary is extensive, their knowledge is impressive, and we're talking about things like grammar, punctuation, or math, cosine, tangent, whatever that is, I can already feel it. My heart, my fingertips start to tingle. I want to run. I have no desire to do any of those things. I am terrified. And because of the extensive amount of time that I've had to reflect, I know how to dial in those moments. I can feel myself flush. I don't know if you saw it. I can feel my heart rate. And then I have a butterfly. I have a butterfly story. And these are with me all the time because it helps ground me. It helps me come back to like, I can do hard things. We're not teaching our kids those things. Do they know how they respond when they're stressed? Do they know what they need to do to overcome? Our brains are computer processors. They're wired. We have cues and responses, and each one is different, which is why you as a parent, me as a teacher, I can't tell them just do this because it doesn't work. They have to find their own cues and their own responses. They have to program their own brains and their own systems. How do we do that? There's ways that work, but our brains are 95% automated. 5% is what we have to work with. You can't just tell your brain to do something and have it believe you and do it. It's a process. So where do we go from here? Takes a lot of work, takes partnering up, takes having someone, a coach who understands. So whether you work with me, if your kid is struggling, if your teen is not knowing how to deal with the stresses in his life, I highly recommend. Talk therapy is one thing, psychology is one thing, getting through past trauma is one thing. That's not what coaches do. Understanding how the brain works, the amygdala, the hippocampus, the hypothalamus, figuring out how to harness those cues, harness those responses, reprogram what to do in those situations. That's gold. That's gold. But when do you do it? When you're 45, like me, when I finally learned? Or do we help them now? I hope that you're with me. I'm shaking my head because it's an uphill battle, but we can do it. We can do hard things. It takes one moment at a time. It takes a little bit of enthusiasm, a little bit of partnering, but the whole world is at their feet. As teens, I wish I had the knowledge of an experience that I have now. My mom used to say, what wisdom is wasted on the wise? It doesn't have to be. We can work together. Let's get our teens ready for their future. It's going to be a challenge. We have no idea what's ahead, but we can prepare them so that they know how to deal with it.